confirmation. Is my audio clear for everyone? A thumbs up or yes will do. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, we will begin with him 3 minutes from now. If I can please ask all of you that my colleagues will be here in chat answering questions. Please, some of you might know some answers, but leave the answers to the Hayya team, please, to respond to people, okay? Thank you so much. So if you're not hearing my audio, it's because we're waiting for some people to come. Thank you. Okay, we will be recording this session. Can I get everyone's permission to record the session? Perfect. Okay, I think at this point we will begin the presentation. My name is Rami. I'm from the Hayya Academy, and it's an absolute pleasure having you all here with us today. As well, I have my colleagues who will be in chat answering any questions that you have. So at any point, if you have any question, make sure it's clear as you can and type it in the chat, and my colleagues will do their best to answer your questions. If I can please request from you, from the some of the fans here, if you leave the answering of the questions to the Hayya team, okay, we'll do our best to answer all of you. Okay, let's begin. So this session is all about the Hayya card. We're going to do an overview of the Hayya card. We're going to look at what the Hayya card is, some of the benefits that you get, the main requirements you need to get a Hayya card, registration process, the various accommodation types, and then we're going to look at the Hayya platform and fan journey, as well as support. So here's an example. At the very left, we can see a digital Hayya card, okay? And this is mandatory. The digital Hayya card is mandatory. And then you have the physical card. The physical card is optional, okay? It's optional. All you need is the digital one. If you also want the physical one, you can get that as well. And then once you apply for Hayya, your Hayya card is approved, you will automatically get a PDF sent to your email. And you could, if you choose to, you could print this and fold it up like a booklet. So here's how it looks like. We can see here the individual's name. We can see the photo. We can see the status of the card is active. We can see the nationality, a unique Hayya card number, and whether it's if it's a QID, a local, it will be a QID number. If it's international, it will be a passport number. And something to keep in mind is that the Hayya card, if you are going to attend one match or you're going to attend 10 matches, you only need one Hayya card per individual. Okay, within the Hayya platform, we have two. We have, you can access Hayya through a portal. Here's the website for Hayya. Or you can access it on the Hayya app on iOS and Android as well. And for those of you who have a Huawei phone, there will be an update on that. Okay, so what are the requirements to get a Hayya card? If you're a local or you're a resident, you need to have a valid FIFA match ticket. Or if you're international, you also need to have a match ticket and accommodation before your Hayya card is approved. So regardless if you're local or international, you need to have a valid FIFA match ticket. Okay, so now let's take a look at the benefits of a Hayya card. It's your entry to Qatar if you're international. It gives you access to stadiums. You get free public transportation, metro, buses, etc. And fan experience services and events. So the Hayya card is all about the experience, allowing you to access all these benefits that we just summarized here. Okay, so now let's take a look at the Hayya registration process. And at the left view, we're looking at the Hayya portal, the website, and at the right side, it's the app. It's the same experience. You can choose either or to register for a Hayya card. Okay, now we're going to take a look. So this would be the portal view, but the app is exactly the same. Okay, let's walk through it. So at the very top, you need to put your match ticket. So you select match ticket holder, and then when you secured a FIFA match ticket, you will receive an email of the application number. You put that here, and then you click validate. This will validate your details with FIFA. If it's green, you're good to go. It's validated. So now the next step is to put your photograph, a photograph right here of yourself, and there is a specific criteria for the photograph. The photograph should not be blurred. The background should be clear. Eyes should not be closed. Hair sauce should not cover the eyes, and so on. Okay, so we put our photograph. Now, and this is for a local resident. They put their QID number, date of birth, phone number, and that's it. They can review and submit the application. So the international process is the same as far as the ticket. You validate it, and then you put your photograph. Same photo requirements apply. In addition, for international, you put your passport picture, a front image of your passport. Let me show you a sample. Here we go. Something very important is that we need the MRZ code, and the MRZ code is this right here. Under your passport, you should have this code. This is very important. So this should be clear. In addition, it should be in color, not black and white. Okay, so we uploaded our passport picture. A lot of the fields here will be auto-filled for you. But to ensure that your application is approved, verify the information, all the detail is correct, and then review and submit. Okay, so now we're going to take a closer look at accommodation specifically. When it comes to accommodation, you have various options, and I'll go through each one of them to explain it better for you. We have Qatar Accommodation Agency, QAA. And Qatar Accommodation Agency is all the accommodation that you can see on the website Qatar2022.qa, right? So, for example, there's 2 cruise ships there. There is fan villages. There is some hotels on there, and so on. All of those, any accommodation from QAA, you can find it in Qatar2022.qa. So that's what we mean by QAA accommodation. Okay. Another option is non-QAA. So non-QAA means that you secured a accommodation in other means. For example, you went to booking.com, right? You went to booking.com and you have a accommodation from there, or Expedia, for example, and so on, which means non-QAA. And then within the Hayya platform, we have a feature called hosting family and friends that we will look at right now. Again, you can access this on the portal or the app. The same place where you would have applied for a Hayya card, there's accommodation. And one of the top options that you have is host family and friends. Okay, so let's use a scenario. Let's say that I am John. My name is John, and I will be. I'm in Qatar. I have an accommodation here in Qatar, and I will be hosting you. Okay, so me as John, I will put my QID number. I'll put the expiry date for my QID, and then here I'll put a property name, any name. For example, John's house, John's amazing house. Right? You put the zone number, street, building, and unit number. And then whether you own the property, you'll put the document showing proof that you own the property, or if you're renting, you will show the lease agreement for the property right here. You attach it, you put it here, and then you select validate. Now, now that I put my all my accommodation details as John, I will be hosting David. So now I will put David's information. I'll put here David, his passport number, his nationality, and his email, and I'll add him. Now David will get an email. He will get an email of all of my address information. So now David will get an email so that when he applies for a hire card, he can put this accommodation here, my accommodation information. Also, we also have match day visit, and match day's visit is used for those who are coming for a short duration, that they're coming within 24 hours. For example, let me give you a scenario. For instance, let's say that my name is John. I'm only coming for one match, and I will not be staying longer, so I don't really need accommodation. In that case, I will use match day visit. I will come to the Hire portal or the Hire app. I will select match day visit, and then I will put my expected arrival time and my expected departure time. Right? If you notice here, it's within. It would be within 24 hours. And then here you're accepting. I accept liability for staying above the 48 hours granted period. Otherwise, I'll be subject, and so on. You agree to it? Just a moment here. And then finally, we also have other accommodation, and other accommodation tab. In some cases, for international fans, they applied for a hire card, and their application is pending accommodation, right? Pending accommodation details. If you have accommodation non QAA, what you can do is you can come to other accommodation. You can put your information here, your name, your hire card number, and then type down the address. For example, if I use booking.com to book a hotel room, for example, or an apartment or so on, I will put the address right here. And also, I will show confirmation of the booking, a PDF version of the booking, a receipt, and so on, confirming that you have that accommodation, and you submit so that you can get approved for hire. So it moves from approved, from pending accommodation confirmation to fully approved. And at any point, if you need support when it comes to Hayya, you're international, you can contact 4441 2022. If you're local, 2022, via email info@hayya.qa. And we have support in English, Arabic, French, German, and Spanish. So now, to summarize everything that I just said, I will walk you through a fan journey, through, as you, as a fan, the journey of the first step to the last step. First step would be to have a valid match ticket, because if you remember, it's one of the main requirements for applying for a hire card. So you can go to Qatar 2022 to secure a FIFA match ticket. You'll receive an email confirmation of your purchase, and keep that information handy so you can put it as I showed you previously. So you can see that ticket application number. So now it's time. Now that we have our ticket, it's time to apply for Hayya. You can go to Qatar2022.qa, and you will see the Hayya portal there. You can click on it, and then you can register an account and apply for Hayya, or you can use the mobile app and installing the app. Now you can access the digital Hayya card. If you're international, of course, or GCCC, you need to have accommodation before approval. If you're international, you can use your Hayya card to access your entry permit. And if you ever need support, as previously shown, here's a support line for Hayya. One thing that I want to highlight here. One thing that I want to highlight here is that there are more features on the app. The app is all about giving you an experience. So you don't have to hold too many things so that you have the app that will give you access to various benefits. So everything that you can do in the portal, you can do in the app and more. So the app has more options. For example, on the app, on the web portal and the app, you can register for Hayya, you can register for hosting family and friends, and you can do other accommodation. For example, match day visit, right? On the app, you have all of that, and in addition, you can show your digital Hayya card to access the stadiums and the various events and services and accessing the stadium, entering Qatar, and so on. So the app provides you a lot more experience. So now I will take, this concludes our session. I will look at some of your questions here and try to respond to some of your questions. Kristen asked a really nice, good question. They said, is it going to be possible to request a physical Hayya card and pick it at our arrival in Qatar? There are, in Qatar, we have 2 service centers where you can get an optional physical card. My colleagues will put the 2 locations in chat for you. Awesome, thank you. Okay, I'm seeing another question here from Muhammad. Multiple entries, tickets. Muhammad, I believe I understand your question. So you only need at least 1 ticket, and once you have your Hayya card, it's multi-entry up until December 23rd. Let me write a small diagram here for you. So the Hayya card is valid from November 1st to January 23rd. And it's multi-entry, so you can come in and out from November 1st until December 23rd. But after December 23rd, if you're in Qatar, you can remain until January 23rd, if that makes sense. Niam, there will be an update. It will be announced. I cannot share it with you now, but there will be an update that will be launched soon to address your question, okay?
Thank you so much, Mr. Rami. There is a repeated question all the time here. Somebody asked if I already apply for Hayya card, do I need a visa in order to enter Qatar? Actually, no need for visa. If you already have approved the Hayya card, you can use your approved Hayya card as entry permit starting from 1st of June, 1st of November till 22nd, 23rd of December in order to enter Qatar as a multiple entry permit for you to enter Qatar. And if you are still in Qatar, you can stay with this Hayya card, approved Hayya card up to 23rd of January. So no need for any kind of visa in order to enter Qatar during the tournament. You can use your Hayya card as entry permit. The other question, someone asking about the accommodation already in Dubai. He already have accommodation in Dubai. So actually, a lot of benefits already came onto the Hayya card itself. So you can apply for if you already have a Hayya card, you can apply for multiple visa, multiple entry permit, or multiple entry visa to UAE. Okay, during the tournament, so no need in order to reserve accommodation in Qatar, but you can use another way, which is match day visit. You can select match day visit, and you can enter Qatar using your Hayya digital card, approved Hayya digital card, and return it back to UAE. Also, there is a lot of benefits for Hayya digital card. Like actually, you can apply for visa, multiple entry visa for Saudi Arabia also. So there is two kinds of there is two countries right now allow anyone who already have approved Hayya card in order to apply for visa. Okay, so Hayat digital card will use as multiple entry permit in the period between 1st of November till 23rd of December 2022. And if you are still in Qatar, you can stay in Qatar up to 23rd of January 2023.
Thank you so much, Osama, for that. And in addition to what Osama said, let me give you an example. There are two important dates to keep in mind, okay? December 23rd and January 23rd. Those 2 days, remember them, okay? Let me use an example. From November 1st until December 23rd, you can, if you have a hire card, you can enter Qatar. It's a multi-entry from November 1st to December 23. So you can go out of Qatar and in, out of Qatar and in until December 23, right? After the December 23, up until January 23rd, if you're in Qatar, you can remain in Qatar, but it will not be a multi-entry between December 23 and January 23. Nikhil asked about is vaccination a requirement. For that, for that, it's best that they'll be reporting on that from the authorities of Qatar. Uh, there will be announcements as we get closer to the tournament of all the requirements, if there are any vaccination requirements and so on. So please stay tuned for that.
There is
Okay.
another question. Sorry, Rami. There is another question. There is a lot of people already didn't receive the PDF, which they can use it instead of the. If there is any problem they are facing during the traveling to Qatar, if you didn't receive the PDF file to your email, you can send the email to info@haya.qa in order to ask them for it. Okay, if you didn't receive this PDF. Okay. Thank you, Rami.
Great. Thank you, Sama. Okay, everyone. This concludes the webinar high overview session. I hope you all found it beneficial, and it's been an absolute pleasure having you all here with us. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
Chat box, we will reply to you.
Yeah, as far as the session goes, yes, you can continue asking questions.
Related to the vaccine or the requirements for vaccine, there is no announcement yet if it will be mandatory for everyone coming to Qatar or not yet. So there is no announcement for the vaccine. Anyone who already here in Qatar and he want to get his Hayya physical card, he can visit Abha Center, which is near Sad. Abha Center in Sad.
Also, Osama, if I may, Bilal asked a really good question. He said, do hosts need a match ticket? Bilal, to answer your question, no. A host, all they need to do is log into Hayya or register for Hayya account, and then there they just go to host family and friend, and they just put the who they're hosting. They don't have to attend matches or have a match ticket. You're only hosting people. Great question.
For everyone, any question related to ticket, we you can send the email to FIFA. Actually, we are answering the questions which is already related to Haya. And related to the passport valid date, it's supposed for everyone to have a passport valid till 22nd of March 2023.
Okay, if I may, Osama, there's one question here that I see. Uh, it addresses if they're talking about hosting family and friends, if they have a accommodation provided by their company. In that case, if your accommodation is provided by your employer, in that case you can get a letter from your employer uh, stating that you in fact live in that address, and you can import that document there. Bilal says, I am a Qatar resident. Can I collect the physical hire card from my guests who live in the UK? Bilal, once they arrive in Qatar, they have to pick it up themselves. We have two service centers here in Qatar. Nadir asked, how can hire card holder in Qatar bring three persons? Nadir, there will be an update on this. It will be announced, the details of this, okay? Thank you. Okay, there's a question by Aziz. Will the visa be issued on arrival? I'm visiting from India, and will the duration be determined by how many match tickets I have, or will be a visa issued by immigration for 30 days? Aziz, during the duration of the tournament, from November 1st until December 23rd, uh, you let me understand your question. Uh, Aziz, the hire card acts as entry permit to Qatar. So if you have a approved hire card, that's all you need to enter Qatar. If you look at your phone, for example, or you have a physical card, you have that. That's your entry permit to Qatar. It does not matter if you have one ticket or every ticket to every match. It's all the same. One ticket or 20 tickets will give you one hire card. It's all the same.
For volunteer, how they will volunteer team will be updated to you. The volunteer team will be update you. Email from where I can ask for the PDF, please. info@haya.qa. You can send email to info@haya.qa.
Also, I see a few questions here about match tickets. Anything related to match tickets, that's FIFA. So FIFA is the one who issues your match ticket. They're the ones who handle that and whatnot. So in those cases, you'd have to contact FIFA. Anything regarding a match ticket or getting a physical FIFA match ticket.
Here you are resident in Doha and you already rent apartment, so you want to host your family and friends. It's okay. You can make it through host family and friends. Then you can upload the contract the rent contract to the portal, and then you can invite your guest, add your guests to this apartment. Every one of them will receive email that you already invite them during the tournament. And in this case, they are allowed to enter Qatar starting from 1st of November, and they can stay till 23rd of January 2023. The question from Billy: what happens if my family enter Qatar but are staying with me for 2 days and then have accommodation? It's okay if they already receive the entry permit for them, which is already will be valid from 1st of November till 23rd of January. It's okay. They can change it. No need to change anything in the system. It's okay. So you can keep them hosting in your hosting family and friends.
Oh, we have a question by Mansour. He says, entry to Qatar by land, how? So when it comes to land, the border between Qatar and Saudi Arabia is Abu Samra. You treat this the same as the international airport. When they're coming into Qatar, they need a hire card.
Firaz Rashid, anyone wants to come to Qatar before 1st of November, what is the process? Business as usual, he must apply for visa as a normal way.
I believe there's a bit of confusion when it comes to the duration. Okay, if you if anyone who's international, it doesn't matter where they're from, if their hire card is approved, they have a hire card. They can they c- the hire card will allow them to come into Qatar. Okay, when can they come? The first day they can come, the earliest they can come is November 1st. November 1st they can come into Qatar, right? And because they have a hire card, they can leave Qatar and come, leave and come, right? Until December 23. So let's say that, let's use myself as an example. I'm international. I have a hire card and I came to Qatar in November 20, or let's say 22. I watched a match and then I thought, okay, I want to go to Europe now. So I went to Europe. And then I said, okay, December 5, I have another match. I will go back to Qatar. And then I can come back with the same hire card. I can enter Qatar again, right? Until one day can you come out and in? Until December 23. After December 23, if you're in Qatar, you can remain in Qatar until January 23, right?
Here there is another question related to the time and dates. What about to stay in Qatar after 23rd of January? You are not allowed to stay in Qatar after 23rd of January. Now example, Two guest book hotel at Qatar Accommodation using one login ID for the second guest. How to link the accommodation with Hayya. You can mention in the accommodation, you can upload it through alternative accommodation. You can upload the confirmation for this one through alternative accommodation.
Arnab asked a question about his physical card not having his middle name. Arnab, in that situation, if you have a higher card, a physical as you said, and it does have your correct first name and it has your correct last name, then you're good to go. You're fine.
If there is any mistake, if there is any mistake in the physical hire card, like my middle name is not printed in the card, if there is any issue with that, no, it's okay.
Shamir asked a question. I'm a resident of Qatar. Is it possible to host family without hire card or visa? Shamir, you as the host, you don't have to have a hire card if you're hosting them. If it's them coming into Qatar, they do need a hire card. To host, you don't need the hire card. The people coming to you internationally, they need a hire card.
Okay, here can I apply for 1 day accommodation? I couldn't find this option in the FIFA website. Actually, you can search for accommodation in any hotels or QAA. If you didn't find 1 day accommodation, there is another option called match day visit. You can use it in order to attend this match. The other question, will there be any cheap accommodations soon? Actually, there is a lot of cheap accommodation through QAA. You can visit their site and you can find a cheap accommodation. A lot of question which is related to inviting non-ticketing application or non-ticketing fans in order to come to Qatar. Later on, it will be available through the application, through the mobile application. Later on, it will be available. So just wait for the next release. Here there is a question. My husband is staying in Qatar. He wants to host me. So how long I can stay in Qatar as I am non-ticket holder? If you are non-ticket holder, you must be invited by a higher approved applicant, a higher approved applicant. Okay, and if you get your approved high application, so and you already have accommodation hosted by your husband, in this case, you can stay in Qatar starting from 1st of November till to 23rd of January. For international fans at the port of entry in Qatar, do they just show the approved hire card, or they need any other documentation? Only approved hire card is enough. Okay, and you can have your printed entry permit. And if you already also, if a person only has one ticket on 4th of December, can they stay in Qatar from 1st of November until 23rd of January? Yes, they can stay if there is any accommodation reserved for them.
Also, I think there are a few questions about the 3 to 1. There will be a release coming on that in the near future, where you'll get all that information. In addition, there's another question, a question from Shamir. It says, Is it mandatory to book the accommodation through Hayya application, or we book accommodation through other sources like Booking.com?" Uh, what's required for international fans is to have accommodation. Whether you get QAA accommodation or you use other sources, it's up to you. So to answer your question, yes, Shamir.
Adil, hello. I have a question. I have applied for Haya card since 5th of July, and everything is stored in terms of tickets and accommodation, but my application is still pending for over 2 months. Actually, you must call 4441 or you can send email to info@haya.qa, as they can inform you with the reason for pending for your application, why it is still pending. Okay. I, I I am having 9 match tickets and I want to see the matches, but at the same time I am volunteer too. Is there any conflict between the two? You can talk to your volunteer team in order to arrange this issue with them. If we book the accommodation like booking.com will be accepting other than through higher accommodation, it is the same if you are booking through booking.com or through QAA, you will get the approval for your accommodation. It is the same.
If I may share a screen really quickly, just for one small moment, to explain the question that was just asked. So we'll go back to the previous slide that we had. So, for instance, if you booked accommodation through other means, for example, you use a third party or a different source, Booking.com, for example, what you can do if your application has been pending, accommodation pending, what you can do is you can go under accommodation on the Hire portal or app, other accommodation, and you can put your name and the Hire card number, and then write down the address for where you're staying. For example, a hotel or an apartment, and then the proof that you booked that accommodation, and then submit it. So you can get your final approval for your Hire card. Hopefully that clears it up. Thank you. Yeah, Abby, we don't want to confuse other people with B2B. Please contact your contact when it comes to that uh, from Haya.
If I bring three non-ticketed people, they require Haya card or enough only my Haya card. Actually, they will be added to your Haya card. So, Mr. Hisham, would you please follow up with the updates on the application as soon as possible? They will not need a ticket. They will be added to your Haya card.
Shafiq asked if Haya Card centers have started functioning. There's one Haya Card center, service center that's currently launched. My team will put the address for you below, the location.
To clarify this question, does Haya card allow people to enter to Mecca, Saudi Arabia? Actually, if you have Haya card, the Saudi Arabia government announced that if you have Haya card, you can apply for visa. So Haya card will not allow you to enter Saudi Arabia. You can apply for visa, okay, and it will be approved for you if you have approved Haya card. Does Haya card serves as only entry permit or the visas will still be sent? Haya card only will be used as entry permit, no visa in this case, no visa. There is no visa required to enter Qatar. You can enter Qatar with your Haya digital card, Haya approved Haya digital card.
If
Volunteers
you're
can apply for Haya card without having tickets. Would you please talk to the volunteer team, please? How do I see the PDF of my Haya? Would you please check your email? If you didn't receive it, you can send email to info@haya.qa. Again, the same question. Qatar resident Haya holder can visit Saudi Arabia without visa? No, you must apply for visa in order to visit Saudi Arabia. How can we transfer the tickets from my name to my friend? There is you can go to your FIFA account and check it there. You can transfer it from your FIFA account. not related to Hayya. This question not related to Hayya. Return back to your FIFA account. Again, the same question. How about enter Dubai? Can just use Hayya card? You must apply for visa to Dubai. They will approve. They will approve it for you as you are Hayya card holder. How we can be able to use the free transportation services on match days. Actually, you in the metro you will find specific gateways for the Hayya card holder. Don't worry about it. Thank you so much, Mr. Rami. Thank you everyone and have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Hopefully, everyone got a benefit from this session. We did our best here to answer questions for more than 20 minutes, more than half an hour. It's been an absolute pleasure having you all with us. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Take care, everyone.